to the Gen X Glam and Gab channel here on YouTube. It is great to see everyone. Whether you're new, whether you're coming back, thank you so much for tuning in. I know there are a lot of choices out there, and I do appreciate you stopping in here, hanging out with me, mom in the basement, doing what I do best, gabbing, and what I'm learning to do better, glam. All right, the Gen X Glam and Gab channel. It is great to see everyone. We are in fun February. I'm going to be uploading a video every single day and asking a question of the day. Do a little bit of an icebreaker. We did this in October. I called it October Palooza. It was so much fun, and I know that we've gotten new subbies since then, and I'm just dying to get to know everybody a little bit better. So yesterday's question of the day was, do you know your face shape? And I asked that because I think it's a very simple thing that us at-home makeup cooks can figure out that will help us, you know, with the types of products that we want to buy, you know, the technique that we use products. I just think overall it's a fun thing to get to know. And I put a lot of great articles that I think are great in that video description so people could read up a little bit more and figure out what their face shape is. I just thought it was really fun. But today's question, and I think I did ask this back in October, but I love to ask it. I love to know what people are watching. What show or shows are you streaming? Be it you're binging it, you're watching it like as it drops every week. What's going on out there? I'm watching Severance season 2. I am, unfortunately, it only drops on Fridays, and I'm waiting on the edge of my seat every week on Thursday. So I'm like, yay, tomorrow, new Severance. But I'm binge watching Making the Team, the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader reality show. There's like 16 seasons. I've watched the Netflix documentary on the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. I think it's called like American Sweethearts. I don't know, but I'm watching it with an eye for glam, because if you want to see some glam, you watch the Netflix documentary or watch the, you know, the reality season. There's 16 seasons of Making the Team. These ladies are putting on full faces of glam. They are going out and doing a rigorous athletic activity, sweating, and they're glam. They still look like $1 million. And I love it when we get a glimpse inside of their makeup bags, because I see products that I have in my own collection. Like I see this bad boy and a lot of makeup bags, Charlotte Tilbury's Airbrush Finish Compact. I've seen the L'Oreal Glotion, which we've talked about on this channel before. And it's just the Charlotte Tilbury Contour ones. It's just really fun to see what they've got going on. And it is so, they just aren't allowed to even come to practice without being in a full face of glam. So, and there's no filters there, right? They're not filtering these ladies. So like sometimes you go online and you're watching videos. I mean, just for the record, I don't filter my videos, but sometimes online, I kind of wonder, you know, how do they, I don't know. It doesn't always look completely natural or organic. Sometimes when I watch these videos online of other content creators in the beauty space. But in that show, I mean, that's real. Like you see, like when they cry, you see their mascara all over their face. I don't know. That's why I'm watching it. I spent way too much time talking about that. I want to congratulate, we're moving on. I want to congratulate Deanna. She's the latest Gen X Glam and Gab giveaway winner. She won a Shoppers DrugMart Beauty Exclusive Lunar New Year makeup skincare bundle. Lots of fun stuff in there. We've already connected on the Gen X Glam and Gab. No, it's Gen X Glam giveaway at gmail.com. And we've organized a mail out. I'm going to get that out in the mail as soon as I can. Send tracking no later than Tuesday. It's going to be on its way to Deanna. So congratulations. And this is a Gen X Glam and Gab giveaway video. I'm not going to keep you in the suspense. I'm going to show you what's up. I wanted to go into February and try and do as many Shoppers DrugMart Beauty exclusive bundles as I could do, because I think they're fun. And I think even folks that live in Canada we don't have the same stuff in our Shoppers DrugMarts, because the cosmetic boutiques are owned independently from, you know, the parent company. They just rent the space, and some are full boutiques, some are a little bit more mini. They don't all have the same brands. So in this bundle right here, this is like the 7 days of love and beauty bundle. You've got 7 cardboard hearts inside here. You've got the NARS Orgasm. Maybe it's better to show the pictures on the back. Yeah. So, well, no, maybe not. I don't know. We'll go with the front. There's the NARS Orgasm Mini Powder Blush. This is a Shiseido lipstick. You've got the Lancome Idol mascara. I'm wearing that now. I really like it. I have it in the full size. I also have a mini laying around somewhere. This looks like a mini. This original Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. You've got a Too Faced lip injector in the shade Clear. And you have a Nude Sticks multi bronzer. That's what they're calling it. Like it's a Nude Sticks mini bronzer, all over the face bronzer. I really like it. I've showed this before. I happen to have it. Like, I'm going to spin it all up. That's basically how much product you get, but that will last you a while, especially if you're rotating through, you know, other brands. What I like about this, and I have it out of my station, I've used it today. I've already done my face, but I'll go through and tell you what I've done. What I like about this is just it blends so nice, and it still leaves a color. It doesn't, you know, it just blends right in there. I've used it all over my face. I just reapplied it there to my jawline, but I've used it on my jawline, running up here, on my forehead. I've got it on my lids. I really like it. What else did I use today? I tried some new color correctors today from the brand Essence. I'll get into that. I used my Maybelline eraser with 20 SPF. I got this in the shade 118. I think this is about the third one of these that I've repurchased. When I started off my makeup collection journey over 2 years ago, this was one of the first products that I picked up. I just really liked this concept of like skincare, SPF. It's a very serum-y-esque formula, so it's not cakey at all. It's not cakey at all. You don't want to let it sit, you know, once you get your skincare down and you're ready, you've done your color correcting and you're ready for your, you know, your base. Because for me, this takes the place of like, a foundation. You get this on and, you know, and you get it blended out, you set it with your powder. I think it leaves a very nice, smooth, it feels like it's going down like skincare, has never pilled on me. And like I said, this is the third time I've purchased one of these. So about, I guess, like every 9 months or so, I get one. It's been my track record. I'm going to link that. I think I can link that as an Amazon link. Another thing that I'm going to link as an Amazon link, and there's no pressure to buy anything. If I put Amazon affiliate links up, I'm just throwing them up there. If you're ever interested, if my links ever lead to like, you know, a reduced price than if you don't get it using one of my links, then maybe I helped you out. This is my clearance lip perfector. It's in the shade 07, which is the shade Toffee. I really like it. I also have this in like a deep mauve that I keep in my everyday bag. I rotate between keeping this one in my everyday bag and the deeper mauve one, because this I feel like will touch up any like pinks that I put on that I start my day with, and the other one will touch up any like bronzes or nudes that I start my day with. So I'm a fan of them. I'm a fan of them. What else is going on? So we've talked about the new Gen X Glam and Gab giveaway. That is USA or Canada. Please read the rules carefully. I'm going to put those in the video description. I'm also going to put in this video description an invitation link to the Gen X Glam Discord server. We're hanging out over there. I invite everyone who's interested in coming. Come on over. Happy to have you there. And there's an epic giveaway going on. I have to remember to tell everybody. The 58th member, and we're on member 35, wins an epic e.l.f. Charlotte Tilbury glam care package worth over $300. So that's a pretty good one. All right, what did I want to talk about in this video? I mean, you're going to be seeing me every day. So I'm going to run out of things to talk about, although I didn't run out of things to talk about in October. Although some videos are just not going to get that many views. Some videos might only be like 20 views, but I don't really care. I've always said it before. If one person watches and I engage with one person, I'm pretty happy. That's one person that hung out with me. Anyway, so I want to talk about brush cleaning, because I mentioned a week or 2 weeks ago, I mentioned a while ago, e.l.f. dropped a new bar cleanser for our bristles. I love the original one here, their solid sponge cleanser. It's got a little bit of like, this is like charcoal infused, has a little bit of a scent, whereas the new one doesn't have a scent. This one claims to have to not only, you know, be gentle on your bristles, they both claim to be gentle on your bristles. This packaging actually reminds you like, hey, this is great for travel because you can, you know, screw top. For whatever reason, when on the packaging for this, for the new one, it kind of looks like an Oreo, but like reversed. They don't make that plug, and I think that they should, because these are great for traveling. There it is right there. You can repurpose this, and I go through these so often. Well, this one, right? Because it's the old one. I have so many of these laying around. Sometimes I drop them into like the recycle bins that I see at my Winners, where you can like put your recycled makeup packaging. And sometimes I just repurpose them, but they are great for travel. Anyway, those are good when your brush is full of gunk, right? Or your sponge is full of gunk and you want to clean it off. That's the way to go. I've said before, in beauty school, we learn to clean our brushes that just have powder on them. Like this is a brush that I used to sort of set the creams that I had on my face today. So for a brush like this, a 70% alcohol solution, and if I can link this, I will. I don't know if I can because it's like alcohol product. It's 70% alcohol. This is what you're looking for to do your DIY brush cleaner. You don't need to buy expensive gimmicky brush cleaners. You need to get, this is what they told me in beauty school, you need to get the 70% alcohol solution, isopropyl. And if I can link it, I will. I got 2 of these 473 milliliter 70% alcohol solutions for like under 15 bucks. I put it in my own little sprayer. And, you know, you just spray your brush, go on your paper towel, you know, maybe 1 or 2 sprays, depending on how much, you know, how much you got going on, how much powder you got going on. And then you just put it to dry. And it's so important to use something like that because you want to kill any bacteria that's growing on your brushes. You want to clean them as often as you can, as carefully as you can, so you can prolong the life of them. That is why I'm saying you don't need to submerge a powder brush that you've just used powder in water and use it on like a sponge like this, because eventually you're going to get that wear and tear right down in this area where there's glue that's holding the whole thing together, and you like the integrity of that glue diminishes over time the more it's submerged in water, to the point where it might just actually pop off and you'll find yourself with a kabuki brush head. All right, so that is a new product that I wanted to talk about. And if you looked at my thumbnail, you know I'm going to talk about e.l.f. versus Essence color correctors. I noticed yesterday that my Shoppers DrugMarts in the Essence gondola have the Juicy Melon that I bought in Stockholm. I've already talked about this thing. In fact, I'm going to put a little bit on my cheeks. It is a lip and a cheek balm. It's pH reactive, right? So it's gonna look a little bit different on everybody's skin because it's reacting to their pH levels. But it's just like a fun product. It's $4.99. It has hit Canada. It has Canada. I bought mine at H&M Beauty on vacation over the holidays when I was visiting Sweden. And again, what rock was I living under that I didn't know like H&M Beauty existed? I had so much fun shopping there. All right, but in my Essence gondolas here in Canada, Shoppers DrugMart, we do have this Juicy Melon. So I don't know, is it out in the US? Somebody help me out. Somebody help me out, USA viewers. You got that in your Walmart and your Targets and stuff on your Essence gondolas? What else is new on Essence? And you can tell from the thumbnail, it's these new Correct and Conceal sort of liquid products. And I'm comparing them against e.l.f. because whenever I get a chance to compare e.l.f. against something, like a NYX, for example, I'm down. I'm with it. So let's look first at, you know, the height. You can tell that the Essence one is a bit taller, and you can't jump to the conclusion that just because the packaging is like taller or something that you get more, because, you know, like liquid could be sticking to the side, it could be sticking to like the applicator itself, and these could very well have the same amount of product in them. They're just different, you know, heights, but that's not the case. I researched it. The Essence comes with 3.5 milliliters of product, and the e.l.f. only has 2.8. And it wasn't easy to discover how much e.l.f. had, because they don't say it on the glass bottle like the Essence one does. And they don't say it on the website description. I had to go into my Overstock and look at one of my, you know, I have this on standby. This is the peach shade that I love from e.l.f. The price point, by the way, is the same. $4 for each of them. But so anyway, on the packaging for the e.l.f., on the box packaging, you can see it's 2.8 milliliters. Whereas, you know, on Essence, it's written right at the bottom, 3.5. All right, so there's same price point. You get a little bit more in the Essence ones. And for the greens, same. I used it today. It blended out the same as, you know, my e.l.f. blends out. The applicator is even actually a little bit more bendy than the e.l.f. But the product themselves, we know that green neutralizes red. As long as you don't get a breakout, you know, why not go ahead and get the Essence one, because you get more bang for your buck. Now there's 4 colors that Essence has launched. Well, 5, I guess. Count the anti-redness as 1. There's one that I didn't buy, but they have a light. There's 2 I didn't buy. I bought the light and the medium. There's a tan and a deep, okay? And I feel like, you know, with e.l.f., you can get an orange, you can get a blue, you can get a yellow, you can get a green, and you can get the peach. And these you can get the, you know, the light, the medium, the tan, the deep, and then you can get, you know, the anti-red. But I really feel like here this says like correct and conceal. These are camo color correctors. So they are not saying like they're going to conceal anything for you. Concealing, correcting, kind of the same, but not exactly, because if you find the right color to combat whatever discoloration you're working at, let's go back to the green because we know it combats red. That's just an easy example. That's a color corrector. It's not necessarily a concealer. I mean, sure, this product, it's concealing your redness, but it's really correcting it. It's counterbalancing it. And you get that with like, you know, like for example, my purples and blues, I find like a nice burnt peach does a great job at correcting, you know, my purples and my blues. And it just really depends on your skin tone. There are a lot of great color correction articles. I've linked them in several of my videos. Definitely, besides understanding your face shape, understanding the hues, you know, makeup, that's what they thought. In beauty school, she was like, we don't say color, we say hues. I'm like, okay, hues, hues. But understanding, you know, what color correction works best with your skin tone, that gets you a W as a home makeup cook. You know, that's definitely a W. But I want to look at, this is the medium. Okay, so this is the medium from Essence. And it's, to me, that's what the medium looks like. To me, that's almost like my burnt peachy shade from that e.l.f. calls peach, okay? I feel like, I mean, they are so close. This one was the e.l.f. one. This one right there. I feel like maybe Essence should have went ahead and called this peach, because somebody like me might be more inclined to know like, oh yeah, peach works for me, as opposed to medium. I might just think, well, that medium's too dark for me, you know, and go with the light. And the light, my goodness, is very much, look at that. That is like very light. This would be definitely more of a brightener. I wouldn't even say that's a concealer or a color corrector. I would use that as a brightener when I screw up and I do too much of a contour or a bronzing in this area. I usually go in with from Kaja in the shade Rice, this brightener. See how that's what I usually do to correct when I've gone a little bit too heavy-handed on my contour. I'm just gonna blend that in really quick, but I mean, like, I just, boom, I brighten myself, right? Didn't necessarily conceal or correct anything. So that, and I knew when I saw how light, you know, it even just looks, this looks in the bottle from Essence, I knew right away that that was gonna be, you know, something that I would use as a brightener, And again, brightening, concealing, a lot of people would argue tomato, it's all the same. But I mean, I kind of make the distinction, you know, like I said, color correcting, I'm looking for a particular shade a particular hue that's gonna, you know, counterbalance some discoloration I have going on in my face. If I'm talking about a concealer, like I've got some sunspots on my face. I have like, I don't know, some little scarrings on my face. I'm gonna put a concealer on that, let it sit for a little while, maybe not even blend it in, and just let it sit and then blend in, you know, my base over on top of it. And like concealers, you know, for my under eyes, I do more like a brightening. I brighten under my eye, and then I go in with the, you know, with that peach color corrector right in the inner. So, I mean, again, tomato, I don't know, but there it is from Essence. New color correctors, at least for me in my aisles, came in at $4.99 each. I purchased 3 colors of them because, again, I think that these kind of products are fantastic for traveling because, you know, if you'll misplace it or lose it, it's not going to, you know, it's not going to break the bank. You can easily replace it at an affordable price point. Like, for example, my Huda Beauty faux corrector in the shade Pink Pomelo. This is, you know, this is more expensive. This is a Sephora tier product, and if I lose this, I'm gonna be yeah, it's gonna cost me a little bit more to replace. All right, so what else is going on? I think that's all I have going on. I do like, now I brighten my face. I'm on my way out. I didn't completely get all of my errands run yesterday that I wanted to get run, so I'm gonna get back out there. I'm gonna get back out there with the public, folks, and do a little bit more errand running. I'm also going to clean my brushes. I'm going to use my new e.l.f. brush cleaner. Super excited about that. I'm just looking here for, this is my Soft Rose Guerlain powder blush. I want to go over where I brightened and lightened my cheeks because I just wanted to, I don't know. I'm not a guru. I'm not a guru, my friends. I just try to read the instructions, maybe take a deep dive, read some articles, and hang out here at my glam station and hope that I make sense to some folks. I think it's time to sign off. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope that you're well. Thank you so much for hanging out. And I'll see you in the next video because it's Fun February and I'm going to be here every single day uploading a video and hanging out with you all. Take care.